Hey, good morning. Today we're recording this huddle because the bank wants us to share what we're doing here in West Frisco. They may tweak it a little bit, or they may want to cross-pollinate it with the other branches, but that's what we're doing today, so that's why the video is on. So you're all movie stars today, okay? So before we get going, I do have some recognition. We had two shops this morning. One was for a welcome shop with Craig, and I want to read the comment. It says, Craig was fantastic and very personable. So on a welcome shop, that's a new customer opening a new account. So Craig's made a great impression on him, so thank you for that, Craig.
Yes, sir.
They rated it as a 5. There was only one metric there, but it was all 5. So thank you for that. William also had a shop that came through on the teller line, and it says, I'm new to using banks, and they are always very helpful in teaching me how it all works. So William, thanks for that. I know that comment could be related to multiple interactions that they've had, but it comes back on William. He got all 5s again. So William, congratulations and thank you for that. Okay? So with that, I want to go ahead and move into our focuses this week. We have a sales focus, operations and service. So our SOS for the week is credit cards, logs, and digital engagement. Okay? So credit cards, we still have a few Echo Dots left. So bankers, we want to utilize those to, maybe get people over the top with credit cards and go ahead and get that application. And then logs, Stephen, can you do me a favor? We can be audited at any time. Can you do me a favor after the meeting? Can you check all of the logs, make sure they're initialed and so forth, and just give me an update on those? We just don't want to miss a log for some reason. Yeah, we should be doing them at the time when we check the ATM or get into the night drop, but sometimes if there's a mistake, we definitely want to catch it, okay? So double check that for me. And then we've talked a lot about digital engagement, and I've got it under service, even though it's a category for the bankers in an incentive category, but it's truly a service, okay? We want our customers to utilize all the free services that we have, online banking, mobile, bill pay, all that is available to them at no expense. So we want to make sure they utilize those services. So with that, I gave it to you over the weekend of the topic that was going to be digitally engaged. In our lead measure here, we want to make sure that we capture those. So I'm going to start off with William. William, what was your activity or lead measure that you were going to do this week to help engage customers digitally?
I was going to try and guide customers who came in with small deposits or few deposits to help them get onto mobile deposits online, kind of guide them towards online banking.
So help intro mobile deposits. That's great. So you're in the teller line each day. How are you going to transition the customer coming in with a deposit of 2 checks, a check? How are you going to transition that customer into talking about mobile deposits? So I walk in with you, I've got 2 checks. Hey William, I need to just make a deposit these 2 checks. How are you going to transition?
We thank you for coming in today. It's great to see you and have you come in and stop by. I'm just curious if you have any idea about our online banking services, or if you've ever done any mobile deposits with us before.
Oh, I've heard of banks doing that. Do y'all offer that?
Yes, sir, we do. If you have not set up online banking before, we can have you sit down with one of our bankers, and they can actually go over all the other options we may have. We do have Craig available, and he would be able to kind of guide you through doing mobile deposits and getting that all set up from here.
So y'all have the thing where I can take a picture of my checks and not have to stop by the branch?
Yes, sir.
I like seeing you, but I like convenience as well. So yeah, if you got someone that can show me how to do that, I'd be happy to visit with them.
Sure. Yeah, you can just get him on the phone. I can have him sit down with you right away.
Okay, perfect. And William, that's great. That's perfect. We really want to focus on, I think that's a great activity that many of our tellers can do. Fadia, you're shaking your head. Do you agree that that's something that you and I can do? So, our goal is 24 for the quarter. We don't have the lobby traffic and so forth that some of our other branches do. So that breaks down to 8 a month. So William, back to you real quick. I'm certain you're gonna bring that up to multiple customers, but how many walkovers do you think you can get around the introduction to mobile deposits to a banker?
At least 2 to 4 a week.
Two-
Aiming for 4, but hoping for 2 to 3.
Okay, so can I get your commitment to do 2?
Yes, sir.
2 a week, okay? I want it to be realistic and achievable, so I like that, I think that's good, I think that's something that many of the tellers could do if that's, but let's, other tellers, Stephen, do you have an activity that's different than walkovers for mobile deposits?
I can always, check with the customer, make sure that we have a valid email on file.
Okay, that's a good idea. So valid email. So where are you gonna check? What system are you gonna use to check and see if they have a valid email address?
That'll be on Foundation.
On Foundation, does everyone know where that
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Okay, and I think that's very important. The bankers are doing a better job capturing that at account opening, but we have many customers that may not have a valid email address. So, you're talking to customers throughout the day on the teleline. How many email addresses do you think you'll be able to update, Stephen?
Hopefully 2 a day.
2 a day? So I'm gonna change it to a week, so we'll call it 10 a week.
10 a week, sure.
Do you think that's realistic?
Between 5 to 10 a week, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, 5 to 10?
Yeah.
Okay, since this is a new activity for you, I'll let you change that to 5.
Yeah.
And commit to 5 a week, okay?
Sounds doable.
So, Betty, I know you were off last week. You're back now. I know you didn't come with some activities, but what are your thoughts around walkovers, around mobile deposits, and collecting email addresses?
Yeah, we can do that. It's like 2 a week mobile deposit. It's doable. Yeah,
Okay.
let the customer know about our online banking service. It's doable, and like for valid email, yeah. So-
Okay, perfect. So tellers, as we finish, we've got a new commitment sheet. I've got it up here. We're gonna, because we just want it to be visual. Reminders every day. So at the end of the day, end of the meeting, if you don't mind, for the 2 activities that we've got up here for tellers, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and write those commitments up there.
Yeah.
Okay? And then bankers, digital engagement. Craig, thoughts, any activities that you can do to help drive that number and get more customers engaged?
Sure. One thing I can definitely do that I'm trying to integrate now is with every account opening, make sure that we help them get signed up online at our desk. The iPads are very helpful with that, so that when they set up new accounts, we can make sure that they're able to see exactly the process and make sure they don't have any questions. And then I can also use my monthly tracker for accounts that I've previously set up, and make sure that no one has any questions. So I could
Okay.
provide follow-up calls to people to see if they have any questions about using the online resource or anything regarding the account.
So you come up with 2 activities. So let's start there where so previous customers utilizing your tracker, their Salesforce, there's a lot of ways you can identify your previous customers, so that's great. So reaching out to them, how many calls and contacts do you think you can make to previous customers to talk to them about?
Well, I think, I know I can comfortably make like 1 or 2 calls a day, but most customers that we call, it ends up going to voicemail and, they might call back later. So as far as like actually reaching someone, I would say I could do 3 a week.
So you'll have 3 contacts specifically around digital engagement.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would encourage you to let's try to hit that early in the week, and if we can end up getting more, but we'll commit to 3 for the time being.
Right.
Okay, and then you had mentioned an account opening.
Mhm.
So Jeff, what do you guys think at account opening? If I could get a percentage from you, how many customers can we get enrolled in online banking after they open their accounts? Y'all both have the iPads. What are your thoughts?
I think we can at least get half, at least 50%.
At least 50%, okay? So we're gonna commit to that 50%, and we can follow up with that utilizing Salesforce and so forth. So I think those are great commitments.
Mhm.
Any other ideas, Jeff, around engaging customers with online banking, mobile, so forth?
Yeah, I think we can certainly, utilize our downtime to engage customers at the teller line, get out of the office a little bit and discuss with them what we're capable of as far as with our online banking. Another thing that we can do is we can utilize our living room experience to introduce them to the technology, pull them over, help them get it set up, show them all the features that the online banking has.
Okay. So meeting customers in the lobby, introducing them to the living room experience. So Jeff, I know you're really fond of the living room experience. How many customers a week can you move into that area and introduce that technology? Not customers that have come in to open an account, those absolutely we're going to go in there. But other customers that maybe come in to use a safe deposit box, or customers that come in to make a deposit with William. How many of those customers do you think we can introduce the living room experience to?
We can try to do one a day.
So one a day. Okay, good. Well, I appreciate that. I think that's a great idea too. Just introducing that technology, and then you'll get the opportunity to talk to them about online banking, about mobile deposits, so forth. So I think we've got some great activities here. We're going to wrap the meeting up. I'll follow up with you guys at the end of each day to see how we're doing and see if we need to tweak this a little bit. Is that good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out this morning, and then we'll all have a good day and get started. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.